All right, we're going. We're in it.
We never talk about what just happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, now everyone who ever watches this is going to be like, "What the fuck?"
It's okay. They don't need to know. Anyway.
Good job, Matt. Good. Now you did it.
In our last D&D session, you guys had a pretty grueling fight between Frankenstein's...
Grueling is nearly an understatement.
Yeah, I would say it is an understatement.
Anyway, between Frankenstein's monster with a bell on his head and the Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Female version.
Ah, yes.
Right, sorry, I figured you can hear it too.
Yeah, I can hear it too. So,
always forget that.
No, you're fine. So afterwards, upon having Mr. Bellhead have a hole blown in his chest, and Harrow punching a hole through Alyssa's chest, and then seeing as, oh wait, she's just healing and coming back to life. You knocked her out and tied her up, and one of you had a vision. Probably kind of ironic who had the vision, but we'll go from there. And afterwards, when the fight was over, I'm just gonna call it a gyroscope from now on. The gyroscope-like device in the lighthouse went off, and you guys think you may have found the source of the shakes in the city. And you all hid behind a beach wall or an ocean wall to kind of get out of the way of whatever this gyroscope was doing. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
And
I think we decided that like half of us were going to go back to the tavern to think about our near death, and then the rest we're gonna go transport the last to.
You guys hadn't really decided anything yet. We kind of ended with you guys taking cover.
Oh, okay.
I think what we were talking about is we go to the inn, and then Surak and Harrow we're gonna do the thingy.
Yeah, Gungnir was gonna come with, but he wasn't. But they needed Surak in order to pick her up because he's metal. Yeah,
I mean, me and Torval can just go back by ourselves. We'll be fine. We're not that far.
Well, I think Gungnir's pretty.
Do we have a plan?
Was Gungnir? Let's wait for Ethan to get back.
We'll wait for Ethan.
So you guys are debating, kind of like some of you are peering over the ocean wall on the beach to like kind of look into the lighthouse, like, hey, is that gyroscope thing going? Is that big guy, like, is he still dead? And I would like Lazuli and Gungnir to roll me perception.
Oh boy, okay. Hold on.
Flat roll, my dudes.
Okay.
That is only a 12.
That is a 15.
Okay. So, Gungnir, you hear a caw of a crow. You just hear a crow cawing. Luckily, you are able to pinpoint where this crow is. It is hanging out up on one of the stoops where the lights are hanging off of on the lighthouse. And you see this one crow just kind of looking down at you guys, cawing. And your eyes start to wander, and you see another crow hanging out on a stoop. And then onto the warehouse roof next to the lighthouse, there's another crow. And then there's another crow. And then there's another crow. And you're starting to realize, hey, there's a bunch of crows watching us.
I don't like that.
What is it you don't like? I don't see anything weird.
Leslie's gonna point at all the crows.
all of you notice
Dragon!
the murder of crows, that is the correct term,
Correct.
Yeah.
watching you and calling out to each other as though they're observing you and taking notes.
I would like to replicate.
Give me a performance check.
Horrible. It's the attack of the crows.
Alfred Hitchcock, eat your heart out.
How does a nat 20 sound?
All right, you mimic these crows perfectly, and they all stop squawking, and they all immediately turn to look at you, and they just go dead silent and stare at you and you alone.
Oh, I don't like that. Harrow, maybe you should stop.
Hi, fellas.
Harrow!
How's the business day going?
Shut the fuck up, Harrow!
So you say that, and one of them caws at you, and then the rest of them start cawing back, like one after the other, and it gets louder and louder and louder and louder and louder until they all start taking off in a flock.
I've got bread!
Harrow, you're stupid.
I think I communicated with them.
No, you just mocked them.
I didn't like any of that.
Surak, just to fill you in, you guys were being watched by a murder of crows. Harrow communicated with them, and they all took off. Well, he mimicked them. He got a nat 20, and all that did was get them to turn their attention at him specifically, and then they took off. So
It was weird.
yeah,
Shut up.
all the crows are gone now. They all left.
Yeah. See, look, I solved the problem, guys.
We don't even know what they were coming from. Maybe I could have figured it out. You don't know that. I'm not pointing things out to you ever again.
It's okay. Should we get going? Or what are we doing, guys?
Leslie's gonna just like very slowly limp her way back to the tavern.
To the tavern?
They were
Is anyone going with her?
I believe the original plan was for, I think, Harrow and I to deliver Miss Alchemist to the regent for holding. And then everyone else heads back to the inn to rest up.
All right. So I would take a guess that Torval and Lasley are going back.
Well,
Kenya, are you heading back with them?
He should, just in case.
Yeah, I'll go back.
who has the alchemist lady tied up? Okay.
Surak.
Yeah, Shirk should have her.
All right. 'Cause we need to get answers out of her about what's going on in the lighthouse.
Should we interrogate her before we take her to the Regent?
No.
Probably best to not have a bunch of injured party members out in the open.
Fair enough, but I mean, he brings up a good point. But what if the Regent doesn't let us see her again after we bring her to him?
He's demonstrably dangerous in the end, so.
All right.
I would just
Any
interrogate
other
her.
thoughts?
What was that, Phoebe?
I would just interrogate her later. There's no reason the regent would be like, no, you can't talk to her.
No, but yeah. Let's get going then.
Okay. So who's heading to the tavern and who's heading to the Regent?
Lasley, Torval, and Gunny are heading to the tavern. Surak and Harrow to the regent.
All right. So, Surak, the three of you going to the Regent.
Two.
No, just two. Who's going? It's Surak and
Harrow.
Okay.
I mean, it's 3 if you count the prisoner.
Okay. Well, three. The three of you, two, and as you're going up to the Regent, you're making your way through town. It's about we'll say the dead of night right now. You know, kind of, I'd say a 75% moon giving you some illumination with the street lights. Really nobody's out. And as you're walking, how are you carrying her? Are you carrying her like that? So as you're
I'd like to be walking behind him.
Yep, that's fine. As you're walking...
Point of order, she is still gagged. Harrow gagged her last session.
No, that's, yep.
I didn't know if you'd remember that.
But
more detail.
As you're walking, you hear a muffled, and Harrow, you obviously see her go, and her eyes are now wide awake, and she's back up. And she just she squints at you, kind of side eyes over to the Goliath carrying her, and just rolls her eyes and just kind of accepts what's going on.
I'm just gonna raise my fist and go, you cause any problems? This is going right into your face.
She is going to wink at you.
I'm gonna punch her in the eye, specifically the one she winked.
Are you going for lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay, so you just punch her in the eye, and she shows... I mean, there's a bruise there now, but she doesn't really seem to care that much.
Don't fuck with me.
No, don't fuck with me. I'll punch you. So the two of you will make it to the gate of the Regent's kind of seaside, well, sort of like it's like a lodge. So you'll get to the front gate of the lodge, and there'll be two guards there, and one of them will stand up and see you and he'll go, "Oh, I remember you two. You had kind of like a mid-lunch with the Regent the other day. What brings you here so late? I don't really think he serves dessert at this time of night."
I love these guards here.
You remember those earthquakes?
Oh, the sea quakes. Yeah, sometimes we get sea quakes. I think it's something to do with like an undersea volcano. At least that's what the Regent said, methinks.
The fuck does this guy know what it's undersea volcano?
We think there might be some other stuff in play here, but this one that he's carrying is a little bit dangerous.
You tied up a dangerous lady, is what you say?
Oh, God.
Yeah?
I did not say anything.
I see. Alright then. Do you want to take her to the region? Is that what you want?
We were hoping that you guys would have somewhere that we could keep her.
I mean, we do have a bit of a brig in the guard station, if you want to put her there, I guess. What's her crime? What did she do?
She's a I'm gonna look over at Surak. You want to help out?
What did she do?
Well, her and her friend tried to kill us, and... Is he okay?
His mic's turned off.
We can pause for a second.
Should we pause?
No,
Yeah,
that's fine. We'll just wait.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go bathroom then.
Yeah, go ahead. So Phoebe, what are you working on? Ooh, table.
Also this one.
All right. So Surak.
What?
Harrow was asking you for assistance with convincing this guard.
They were trying to...
Explaining what she's...
Explaining what crime she committed.
Right, crimes.
I don't want to tell them too much, so...
And I will give you an advantage on a persuasion check, because Harrow's asking you for help.
Okay. 6.
Okay. So what do you tell him?
Attempted murder, mutilation of a dead body, and destruction of civilian property.
He's gonna look at you kind of a bit is that so? Do you have any proof?
Check the lighthouse.
He'll look to the other guy. Boy, can you go? You check the lighthouse. I'll go to this station, and he'll just and he'll head off to the lighthouse, and he'll just say, "I suppose we could hold her up in the guardhouse brig for the night, just to keep an eye on her. Is there anything that we should keep in mind when handling her, or is it,
She's a powerful spellcaster and can seemingly manipulate matter with nothing but her hands, so I would keep those bound and away from materials. And I keep the gag on.
I see. He is going to kind of reach behind him and pull out some metal handcuffs and go, I think these should suffice then.
Hopefully.
And he will kind of put them on her, and, you'll hear it kind of tick a little tighter than you think it should. Well, that ought to hold up. Well, you can follow me. And he'll kind of lead you along the side of the gate to, a single-floored guard shack. He'll take you down into the basement. He'll kind of wave to some of the night shift guards. And, he'll take you to one of the cells and go, all right, you can put it in here, and, we'll keep her until, I suppose, the regent stops by, and I'll tell him about the situation. What's your name, sir? I don't think I caught it.
Correct.
All right, then.
I'm Harrow.
All right, and I'll just kind of jot down Serac and Harrow. I'll certainly tell the regent that you stopped by, and I will let him know about this situation, and we'll get back to you, all right?
Just gonna.
Do you have any?
And just.
Okay, there's like a side bed on some chains.
No, the floor.
Just the floors. Woo. Roll me a d4.
1.
All right, she takes 1 damage from gravity. And you just hear you hear as she gets the wind knocked out of her. And the guard will just kind of see this and go, I guess you don't like her that much.
Oh, word of warning, she also doesn't stay dead.
That is quite peculiar. I mean, we weren't really planning on doing anything like that, but I suppose that's good to know.
But if something does happen, don't cart her off to some mausoleum.
Right, he'll just kind of jot this down in a note, then he puts it on the clipboard on the cell. We will certainly take that into mind. So, if you guys need anything else, we're around. I say the guards around the city, but I think we're all done here.
Yes, we'll see.
All right, ta-ta, gentlemen. Have a safe night.
How often will you guys be checking in on her?
So you asked how often they're going to check in?
Yeah.
Well, he just kind of looks at all the empty cells. Seeing as she's a bit dangerous, we'll do a patrol maybe every 20-25 minutes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that there would be an eye on her enough that she wouldn't be able to get too far if she somehow got out.
We don't have much going on these days in the guard shack. Not many prisoners, but that's not too bad. So,
well, let's hope it stays that way.
Oh, me too. So, have a safe evening, gentlemen.
See ya.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the two of you will leave. As for Gunyer, Lazuli, and Torkel, as you guys are walking back to the inn, Torkel, I'd like you to give me a perception check.
12.
12. So as you're walking back to the inn, you see a single crow hanging out on the sign of the Huntsman's Harvest, and it's kind of just hanging out up there, and it's taking its head and it's going back and forth, surveying the street.
Do I see any cover to hide behind?
Buildings, there is a cart filled with sacks. There is a trash can. There is a street post. There is an alleyway, and there's a barrel. There's a barrel full of drain water.
I hide behind the cart.
Okay, you hide behind the cart. Lazuli and Gungnir, you see Harrow scramble to hide behind this cart. My bad. Keep fucking up names. So, you see Torval scramble to hide behind this cart, which isn't an uncommon occurrence for you to see.
Torval, can we please just go back? I just want to lay down.
Birds are back. They're watching us.
So with
I'm just gonna like really slowly walk over to him and then just kind of sit on the ground next to him and be like, "What do you think they're from?" Whose are they? Do you have any ideas?
There's lots of people that are after us these days. Take your pick. I don't trust it.
Then what's the difference between us going back and laying down or sitting here in the dirt and worrying about it?
Go back way, maybe? Use back alleys?
Can I see the crow?
Yeah, you can see it, Gungnir, without any relative issue.
Gungnir's gonna look at the crow, look at Torval, look at the crow, look at Torval. Torval, Gungnir's gonna walk over to you and hold your hand out. It's a gesture to your crossbow.
He's got a point, Torval. Just shoot the bird.
Are you going to shoot the bird?
Torval will think about it for a moment and just nervous poke out and shoot the bird.
Give me an attack roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay.
Yeah. You ain't really looking.
Alright. That is a 14.
Alright. So, you're like, oh. And this bolt flies and sticks right in the neck of this bird as, it just falls and slumps on the ground. And there's now a dead crow in front of the huntsman's harvest with a bolt.
Can we go back now?
You like that? That's what happens.
Leslie's just gonna start walking back. Again.
I'm gonna scurry up and...
Puppy! Oh, you puppy!
This is why I was late.
Gotcha.
Understandable.
Understandable. No complaints from us.
All right, so you kill this bird and you go back inside.
I'm taking the bird.
You're taking the bird.
I'm putting it in my cloak.
You're okay. You're taking a dead bird, a dead crow with you. And you will go into the huntsman's harvest. And when you go in there, you see your sister. She's at one of the tables in the middle of the tavern, and they're hanging around. She's hanging around that orc adventurer, the handsome orc. Alvar's there. There is a Kanku that is hanging out with them, and they're all sitting there kind of chatting, talking. And she immediately has one eye just move up and look at you, and she sighs, grabs her tankard, and just... taking his cloak and just...
Torval is going to very reluctantly go over to them.
Okay. Torval, you will slowly and cautiously head over to them. And I will say by this time, Surak and Harrow, you are at the front door of the Huntsman's Harvest, and the thing that you both notice is there is a poof of black feathers in front on the ground of the front door.
Caw?
So, Torval, you make your way over to this table, and I will say as he's approaching the table, the two of you may come in. And everyone else at the table who notice you, which would be Chet and Alvar, they notice you immediately. The only one that doesn't notice you is the Kenku, because he's got his back to you, and he's kind of, happily drinking and eating. Alvar kind of gives you a whatever look. Chet is, giving you a beaming, handsome smile like, hey, how you doing? And your sister, she looks like she wants you dead.
That's fair. And she and Alvar are the only two that I'm familiar with, right? I don't recognize.
No,
this
you know of Chet because
Well, we met. Yeah.
You met him in the sewers.
Right, we met him before.
Yeah.
Okay.
You met him before. The Kenku you don't know.
Okay. I'll sort of awkwardly clear my throat and just go like,
Soda.
uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you clear your throat.
And just like, hey.
So you say hey, and the Kenku immediately jumps up, like 180 spins, pulls out a dagger, and goes, what do you want? Money? Food? Give me your money. And he'll just kind of look you up and down and go, you have no money. And he will spin back around and sit down.
Did you send the birds?
So what?
Dude, never mind.
So Alvar's gonna look at you and go, so Torval, what trash pile have you been crawling around in?
No comment. None recently.
And the orc is going to look at you and go, so you been doing any quests? Saving any princesses? Slaying monsters?
I mean, there were a couple princesses. They were kind of weird, though.
Oh. That is interesting.
I think they live here.
Your sister will just chug while side-eyeing you, saying nothing.
I'm picturing something very specific.
Oh, is it the Gintama?
I just posted the exact thing.
Yep. That's a pretty accurate representation.
How's it been going?
So she will empty the tankard down on the table, and she will look at you and go, Torval, how have you been, and why haven't you died yet?
Right.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, my camera's not working all of a sudden.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Switch configurations. One moment.
I didn't want to interrupt, so I figured I'd just let it be for a moment.
Sure. Okay, hang on.
I have my glass of water in the other room.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine.
know that there's nothing I can really do about it, but
I have a ready-made layout for your camera being dead.
if only there was a way to like make it so that it would automatically fix it, that would be amazing.
Nope.
I'm
Not
gonna
good enough.
mute myself. I'm eating dinner, so I'm being really that loud.
You're good, my dude.
So, what's y'all's favorite dice to roll?
I'm really liking my Feywild honey. These are rolling really nice.
Oh, I meant specifically like D20, D10, D6.
D20s all the way. I'm a basic bitch.
All right, we good?
So it looks like it.
All right.
So, okay, so in response to that, Torval will sort of look, or sort of not making eye contact, be like, I mean, I guess I fell into adventuring, maybe same as you from the looks of things. As for the second question, I don't know, luck?
She'll look at you and just kind of give you a kind of tilt her neck, haughty kind of, oh, you just fell into adventuring.
I don't know.
And who would be willing to adventure with a backstabbing snake like you?
Okay,
Harrow's gonna walk up and go, my favorite drinking buddy!
Oh, Jesus.
And she's going to look at Harrow and go, yeah, that makes sense.
By the way, I look like shit right now, like more so than usual. I'm at
we're
I'm at 9 health.
Yeah, I am too. We both look like shit.
He doesn't seem to really care that much.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna walk up and just kind of like gently tug on Torval's sleeve and be like, "Can we just go? Who even is this? Why are they yelling at you?"
That's my sister.
Hi.
Your
And then
sister?
I'm just gonna
She'll
walk
look
away.
at you. She'll look at you. Oh, okay. So you're traveling around, adventuring with a deranged bird and a child.
I take offense to that.
I'm surprised no one's called me creature yet.
I mean, honestly, I'd prefer you didn't shit talk them too much. Say what you want about me, but they're all right.
I take offense to that as well.
I just want to go to bed.
I mean, look, we can talk another time. I'm surprised that you still wanted to do all this after everything that happened.
She's going to look at you with dark circles under her eyes. Do I look like I want to do this?
Oh, I mean, I didn't mean to.
And she will reach over and grab the Kanku's tankard, and he'll go, hey! And she will start drinking it. Oh, I have to order another. And Chet's gonna look at you, Torval, and go, don't mind her. She's just not in a good mood.
Alright, also, oh wow, yep, that's, I'm like, smelling the booze, just like, yeah, okay, maybe try again tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna go upstairs.
So I'm assuming most of you are going upstairs to take a long rest. Surak, is there anything you want to do at the tavern?
No.
Okay. So if none of you have anything specific you want to do, you can all mark off a long rest.
I'd like to point out that Gungnir does not go upstairs.
Gungnir, you do not go upstairs. Is there something you want to do, Gungnir?
I would like to watch. Gungnir's favorite hobby is people watching.
People watching. Okay, you will stand in the corner of the bar and you will people watch.
Not gonna lie, that's a little creepy.
Harrow's sleeping on the roof.
It makes it a little better that he's a robot, but only a little.
Likes to watch. Alright, so you may all mark off a long rest. And I will say in the hours of maybe 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning, when everyone's asleep, there's barely anyone in the tavern, Gungnir, you see a man walk in, and you think he's a drow. You're not quite sure, and He's wearing kind of like I want to say it's not exactly a cowboy hat, but it's more like that hunter's type hat.
Well, like the Outback hat.
Yeah, kind of like that. So he's wearing a brimmed hat. He has a kind of a single eye patch over one ear, one eye, and he's got a kind of like a white hair and a beard. It's all short, and I'm like, huh. And this guy walks over, sits down at the bar. Bartender, sort of awake, gets him a couple drinks, and the two of them start chatting. Gunir, would you like to listen in to what they're chatting about?
Sure, I got nothing better to do.
Okay. I would like you to give me... Check. I think this is also going to be perception. Yeah, so just another perception check.
19.
Oh boy. Yeah, so you hear it all. And the bartender is saying, oh, Nightingale, what brings you back to town? Aren't you not supposed to be in town? Well, you know, push comes to shove. Certain things happen, and man's got to come out of the fray. You know, me and the Regent, we've got some things to discuss. I thought you and the Regent weren't on very good terms. No, we are not. Now, stop asking me questions, friend, and give me a drink. And Gunir, as you are watching this man, you know, drink and have idle chit-chat with the bartender, you notice a crow outside on the windowsill towards the bar, and it's tapping on the glass.
Wait a second.
Okay.
No, you're good.
And...
I thought I was talking to myself.
Okay, so this crow is tapping the glass. He looks over with his one eye at the crow, and he starts tapping back on the bar.
Ah, shit.
Which the crow will, you know, stop tapping on the window, kind of give a bit of a song-ish chirp, and then take off.
I think I know who this is. Fuck.
So, and with that, you may all mark down a long rest if you have not already.
Yeah. Also, Phoebe, I think you're getting some background noise. I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry, my Alexa was speaking really fucking loud. I don't know why, though, so
Gotcha.
you shouldn't hear it again. She likes to interject.
Right. So, it is the following morning. You all wake up without incident, thankfully.
Is that so? Hi.
Mother, I desire you.
Hi.
What
I
would
haven't summoned him with me. Hello.
What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna pet this cat.
That's fair.
Hi, baby boy.
I'll head down to the tavern and see who's around, if anyone.
Okay.
Gunir's gonna wait
So
for
you head.
Gunir's gonna wait for everyone to gather before he tells everyone what happened.
Okay. So you see Gunir down there. You see at the bar is Silica. She is sitting in one of the seats, kind of daintily eating some of the food that she ordered. And she sees you, and she just kind of gives you a very kind of seductive wave.
Just the most awkward wave back. Say, do you know if Feller has been around since last night? Drow, red hair.
He didn't have red hair; he had white hair.
Oh, what? Oh, no. Alvar.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Alvar. My bad. You wouldn't know about the one that came in. I got you. So Drow with red hair.
Yeah.
She'll say Drow, red hair, kind of abrasive attitude.
Yeah.
Yes, he stopped by my establishment the other day. He was a bit frustrated. He didn't really have any relations with our workers. He just cried a lot. Something about trying to look cool and failing and eating shit, I believe he called it. I'm not quite sure.
Right.
I'm just gonna call out, that is a literal term.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. I'll go to the bar and just get breakfast.
Were we too mean to him?
Or we too mean to.
Harold rolls off the roof and falls past the window.
Are you gonna do anything about this?
No.
Okay, roll me a d6.
Oh, D6, okay.
Come on.
5?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 5 points of falling damage as you crack your head coming down on a pile of garbage.
Torval will hear just the thud outside the window and just go, "Hey, Arrow."
I'm gonna walk in, ask for a beer, and then use my amulet of the drunkard. Oh wait, no, that's way too much health. That's not needed. Never mind.
So,
I know.
No.
I know.
alrighty. Surak, Lazuli,
I know.
are you heading downstairs? Are you staying in bed?
What are you doing? I'll go downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So the two of you head downstairs. You almost bump into each other at the top of the steps because, you're a little out of it. Sarak's a little out of it.
Surak probably can't see her.
Probably can't see her, but you two head downstairs together. And the first thing that catches your eye is obviously Silica at the end of the bar, kind of, having an eye on all of what's going on as she's eating.
So, Torval,
Eh,
you have a sister?
yep, and a couple brothers.
Oh,
She was my drinking buddy the other night.
Don't
that's
know.
weird.
Drinking seems likely. I don't know about the second part. Based on last night.
What, buddy?
She was drinking like this weird soapy stuff. It tasted bad, but hit hard.
Yeah, she seems to be in a bad mood.
The bartender's going to say, yeah, actually what I gave her was this dishwater spiked with pure alcohol. She kept demanding for stronger stuff, and I kind of just said, fuck it.
Let's get the story behind that.
You just reached fuck it.
We can thinking maybe get.
Hey, so I'm worried about these birds.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Gungnir will clang his armor just to get everyone's attention.
Yeah, what's up, metal man?
Gungnir will because he's still in the corner. He's away from you. He's gonna do this.
To Torval or me?
Everyone.
I know. I was.
Harold's gonna walk up and hug Gungnir.
For some reason.
I'm gonna walk up and what?
Hug Gungnir.
All right, he's fine with that. He doesn't care.
I do not care.
I'll go up to him.
Gungnir's just gonna look down at you, Harold, and just tilt his head, kind of confused, and then return the gesture really slowly.
It's okay, big guy. Just get on in there.
Why did you wave us over?
I have information on the crows.
Oh, I thought you wanted a hug.
What information?
Drow came in last night, talking to the bartender. Apparently was exiled from town by the regent.
Not someone we know.
No. He claimed he was here on business with the regent, even though they had hostile after the conversation, a crow was tapping on the glass. What the drow tapped the message. The drow tapped the pattern on the table. The crow called and then flew away.
Did you catch a name or anything?
No. Oh wait, yes.
Yeah. The bartender did say Nightingale too.
Yeah. I have a possible pseudonym, Nightingale.
Maybe not the guy I was thinking then.
So, Torval, what did you do with that crow that you killed?
I mean, I don't know if my robe works that way, but I tried to shove it in there.
Okay, so you kept it in the robe. So as you guys are talking and conversing, Torval, the pocket that you stuffed the bird in starts scrambling.
Right. Sweat.
Okay, wait.
Are you gonna open it, or are you gonna try and see what's going on?
I hold it away from me.
Okay.
And just
as you do, the bird, well, the crow comes out alive. And it jumps on the bar, looks at you, caws angrily, and then flies out through an open window.
I don't like that.
Why'd you have a bird in your pocket?
It was dead last night.
He shot it with his crossbow.
Hera's gonna look confused.
They were spying on us.
I'm not next, am I?
Are you spying on us?
No.
You're probably fine.
Is that what those feathers outside were?
Probably.
But yeah, were we gonna ask questions to our friend upstairs? Or we dropped her off, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Gunner, didn't you say something about wanting to talk to me before we went and fought those people? Shut up, Alexa.
Oh yeah. What time is it?
In game, it's like maybe 8:30.
Yeah, we just got up.
You said something about me being a potential asset.
Acknowledged. Do you have are you freed this day?
I don't know what else I'll be doing.
You will be necessary.
Yeah, essentially, yes, you will be necessary.
For what? Would you like to elaborate?
Bargaining.
What kind of bargaining? Or Leslie's taking like a half step back, like prepared to book it if she needs to.
Require. When faced with an unknown situation, gain information. Best source of information: those related to the person in question. Most related person: Anostra. Anostra likes you.
Why do you need me to bargain with Anostra?
Anostra likes you.
Yeah. But what do you need me to do?
Information on Anestra.
Okay.
What kind of information? What kind of information?
Unknown. Still processing understanding of tea.
What do you mean, tea?
Anostra invited me to tea. Anestra, my bad. I'm gonna keep on doing that too.
It's hard.
No one to blame but yourself.
I know.
So she invited you to a date?
Wait, are you asking for relationship advice?
Unknown. Define relationship.
Do you know what a date is, Gungnir?
Accessing database.
A date is when two people go out and do something together and get to know each other more. So in other words,
Gungnir's just going to think about all the time he was with only a singular person in this entire branch, in this entire quest. This unit has gone on several dates.
No, I mean like for love.
So when it's a date, you
All you hear is like this squeaky head tilt.
So okay, look, let me try. So when it's
Gungnir, hold on. Gungnir, would you like to ask High Command?
Oh no!
What is love?
Yeah, Gungnir's gonna ask
what is
a date?
Baby,
What is love?
You're asking High Command?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. You will ask High Command what is love. They will respond back. Conquest of the heart.
You missed an opportunity to say, "Baby, don't hurt me."
So, Torval's gonna start trying to explain what a date is unless Gungnir cuts him off.
Torval, give me a performance check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. 18.
All right. Yeah, in your own weird little trash hobo way, you're able to get your point across.
So like when it's a date, you see that like you can hang out with people when it's a date. The person that you're hanging out with is like they're special more so than other people you hang out with. You want to get to know them specifically. Does that make sense? Is this coming across?
Gungnir just like thinks about it, just nods. Conquest of the heart.
That's kind of a powerful way of putting it, I think.
I didn't say that. Did you hear me say that?
Where'd you get that idea from, Gungnir? I thought you didn't know anything about love.
Holy shit, Quinn, I wasn't expecting that.
He just looks to the side. He looks mildly concerned.
Surak, while they're all talking, Silica tries to kind of get your attention. You know, she waves to you, tries to, motion for you to come over. No?
Harrow sees this and heads over instead.
Actually,
Okay.
Gungnir sees this and looks at Torval and says, "Is Scylla proficient in love?"
looks up and down. Sort of. I don't know how. I feel like her advice would be hit or miss for this particular instance.
Acknowledge. Advanced form.
Well,
Sure.
she might be able to give you a more technical description of what happens when, you've gone on enough dates.
I don't know if he can do that.
Well, maybe he can expect something or prepare for it. I don't want to run his life. He's
giving
Actually,
Gungnir the pleasure of being safe.
Actually, I feel like that's a valid question. How much do you know about this stuff?
That child's been around. That child's been around.
She smiles at you, but it's not an actually happy smile. It's like a pain smile.
So Harrow, you walk over to Silica and she'll say, "Oh, well, I suppose I just need to tell you, You did want me to inform you when Darius would be coming around, and I did get a letter from him that he would like to see me tonight.
Tonight.
It's the guy.
The guy?
It's the guy we gotta fuck up. Yeah.
Anything else important that you might need to let us know?
No, just that. Also, one of our usuals usually blasted out of his mind. He says hello.
The high elf.
I don't think that's very important.
Tell him I said hello back. I'm gonna hand her one of the two broken part, the mouth part. I'm just gonna hand that and be like, give him this as a present.
Okay, I don't know why you want to give him garbage, but very well. And she will just kind of...
Ask him how to invest in deadbolt doors.
What's a deadbolt door?
The future.
I'm gonna walk.
They're the future.
Gonna walk over to Serac. That guy's gonna be there tonight. Deriose? I don't remember.
The guy we're gonna smoke.
His name, you should know, his name is Darius Cromwell.
Wasn't he involved in shipping shit to the island?
Yes, he is. He is the black market head that works in the port.
Yes. We're gonna beat the shit out of him and then interrogate him. We're gonna catch him with his pants down.
I just love this image of Lazuli and Surak just like standing over a guy tied up, and Lazuli being in the front with a sinister smile, and Surak just cracking his knuckles behind her.
If you're not scared of the child, you'll be scared of the man behind her.
Hera's gonna wave his face, his hand, not his face, his hands in front of Serac and be like, hello?
I heard you.
You okay? Do you need a hug?
Don't.
Okay.
Surak.exe requires maintenance.
Oh. Having finished that conversation with Gunyer, I'm gonna go over
That conversation.
Arrow, who is currently doing whatever he's doing to Serac, and be like, so what you got? This is directed at Arrow. Yeah.
Darius, Dario, whatever his name is gonna be at her place.
Darius?
Yeah, that's the name.
What time?
Tonight.
Silica will say most likely around 11 p.m., I would assume.
We will come a little early then.
Fair enough. All right. So it's about 9 a.m. at this point. Is there anything you all would like to do?
Gungnir has a plan, but only if Lazuli goes with it.
I mean, if we're gonna do this in the meantime, sure. Why not? I could do with a little lighthearted adventuring.
Right. So Gungnir and Lazuli are going to be going to the Regent's Oceanside Lodge. Where would the rest of you like to go? Where would the rest of you like to go?
Should we go and talk to that lady that we picked up yesterday?
I mean,
probably best we all be there for that.
Then, I mean, we're all going to the place, so we can all
Let's
just
go
go.
near have it.
No, you guys are going to the ocean.
have to
We'll be
go
going to the
anywhere.
brig.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you guys are all going to the Regent's Palace, the guard barracks is literally right next to it on the way.
I mean, we can do that on the way, I guess, then go our separate ways to get whatever we need done.
Oh, just let the robot have his fun. He's gotten very little of that since we got here.
I can just look at Surak and tilt his head.
Ariel's gonna run to the quest board and read over the stuff again. and he will see the one from Horus and go, the alchemist lady said she stole all that metal, right? I'm gonna go and talk to this guy. Who's coming with?
I got some errands. I got a potential errand to run.
Sirac, you wanna come with?
I think I'm just going to stay here for now.
I'd appreciate the company.
Before we leave, though, I'm gonna go up to Sirac and be like, thank you for making sure I didn't die.
He's just gonna look down and pat you on the head gently. And then just pull the same fur he keeps pulling off his waist and just drape it over your shoulders. In case it gets windy.
Okay. Thank you. And she'll just kind of like scoot on.
All right. So, Torval, where are you going?
I'd like to ask Silica where her establishment is.
Well, you've been there before.
Oh, I have?
Yeah, we dropped off her daughter.
The one-winged crow. You've been there.
Oh, okay. I might have just been there in passing. Okay.
Yep.
I'd like to head in that direction.
Okay, you will go to the one.
Oh yeah, that might have been session Quinn wasn't here for.
You will go to the one-winged crow.
All right.
Harrow, you are going to see that blacksmith in the posting. Lazuli and Gungnir, you are going to the Seaside Palace. Gotcha.
Hold on, it's called the One-Winged Crow?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, Harrow, we will start with you. You navigate the city with relative ease because you can fly above it all, and you find this blacksmith relatively easily. He's a little... I'm good. Thank you, though. It's a little too sour for me. It was like chugging sour gummy worms. I do appreciate the offer.
That sounds delicious.
There's the brand if you guys are wondering. My buddy buys it a lot. It's actually, if you like sour, it's quite tasty.
You know what? I
Wait, Victory?
Clue and milk, though.
The brand is Victory?
It's called Sour what?
Oh yeah, Victory's a great brewing company.
We get their bottles. We sell them their bottles.
Oh, no kidding.
Nice.
Way to go. Do you do Ballast Point by any chance?
I have no idea. I just recognize Victory because I know Helen works with them.
Yeah, Victory's one of the bigger ones.
So,
Anyway,
Harrow...
I'll get you set up.
Thanks. Harrow, as you are flying above the city, and you find this blacksmith in the residential district, kind of across the street from the indoor market that you had originally found Dove in. You see this blacksmith, and the one thing you notice is there's not a lot of metal hanging around for obvious reasons. And you land, and you see an Aarakocra over on the forge, and he's banging out a sword on the hammer. And the one thing that you take notice of is that he has silvery, shiny feathers woven into his black and kind of whitish accents on his feather pattern. And as he beats down on this sword that he's making, the sparks kind of glisten off the feathers, making kind of a light show.
Ooh, nice feathers. Can we trade?
And he's not going to really turn to look at you and go, yeah, I suppose they're nice feathers. I've had them, ever since we grew up. It's a kind of a family accent. Everyone in my family has shiny silver feathers, just something we all have. I don't really think much of it. What do you mean trade? You want to buy something? Unfortunately, I don't have much to work with. Someone stole all me metal. I don't know if you saw the posting.
Oh, I can help with that, but first, no, I wanted to trade some feathers.
Trade some feathers, and he's going to turn and look at you. Bart?
What? No, I'm Harrow.
Bartholomew?
Bartholomew?
You?
Me? I'm Harrow.
Bart, we thought you died.
Fuck.
Died? What? No, I've been living with hobos.
Really? You fell out of the nest and you were eaten by wolves.
I've killed quite a few wolves.
I can't believe my eyes. Bart, we thought you were dead. You're alive.
Oh God! What did I
I have to tell our 15 brothers and sisters. This is profound news.
15 brothers and 15 brothers, 15 sisters, or
Yes. No, it's more like 7 brothers, 8 sisters, but still.
ah. You know, I was. Were you? Harrow was lost in thought for a moment.
So with that, we will then go to Torval, who is going to the One-Winged Crow.
Yes.
You make it to this establishment. You see the sign. It says One-Winged Crow with a crow's wing kind of in the backdrop of this. It's a pretty. There's no crows here.
Okay.
It's a pretty glitzy establishment, stained glass windows. You go in, there's a smell of kind of booze and smoke and tobacco and whatnot. And upon walking in, you step on a very soft doormat. And you look down, and you see an elf.
Torval's so just
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh,
You need a good trip? Need to see the future? I was wondering when I'd run into you again.
I'll get back to you on that maybe later.
Okay.
I love the high elf.
Be here for the crabs again. But not
So,
quite.
where are you going here, Torval?
I'm just looking for like someone like who works a front desk or something.
Okay, so you go to the front desk and you see a dwarf in a very scampy outfit. And she's on a stool and she'll look at you and go, hello, what can I help you with?
Yeah, I'm actually looking for someone. It's told.
Are you looking for somebody? Cinnamon, Mad Hopper, perhaps maybe Cherry Lips?
No, that's not what. Sorry, moment back. That's not what I meant. Someone who came by here.
Oh, I see. You're here for Mr. Pole Slammer, perhaps the Pole Licker, the Pole Dancer, the Diggity Dongle Smasher.
Look,
That's your fancy.
Look, okay. I was told that someone came by here earlier. It would have been like a drow with red hair.
Oh, I don't think we have anybody like that. Like fit your fancy. We certainly can dress them up with makeup if that's what you want.
I'm not looking to buy. I'm not looking to make a purchase. I'm sorry. I'm just here because I'm trying to find someone.
Oh, I see.
So did this person come by earlier?
Excuse me, Johnny Lips.
Okay, then I guess this is happening.
And you will see a very hefty, thick woman come over to you.
Important question.
Yes.
How many C's?
Oh, it's Lady Dimitrescu.
And she's gonna.
And Dimitrescu's like 8.
She's gonna come over to you, waddle over, and go, "Darling, what can I do for such a thin specimen as yourself?"
Look, okay. Did a drow with red hair come by here earlier? And if so, did he say where he
Oh,
was going?
yes, poor quick shot. I say he does live up to his name. Were you perhaps looking for him?
I was waiting for that joke.
No!
I was waiting for it.
She had to play a man like that.
She's going to look at you like dead in the eye, doesn't care. Yes, he cried quite a lot.
Okay.
How can I assist you, my darling?
I'm actually trying to find him if he said where he was going or anything.
Well, between his cries and his moans and his pouts and something about a Torval thinking he's better than him.
I don't, but okay.
He said him and his party were doing some work at the docks, I believe. Something about a monster infestation in the sewers, I believe.
The sewers again. Alright.
Always the sewers.
Alright, well, probably I'll run into him at some point anyway. But thank you for your for the information, and I will I'll hand over a couple gold pieces for the information.
She'll take it and go, "Oh, darling, you jest. Next time, why don't I take you around back and show you a thing or two?"
We'll see.
Torval is like slowly backing up, like inch by inch.
He repeats the thing he did for Thalos. Like back. Book it.
Oh yeah. Also, do you employ any sort of network of like crows that like spy on people? Just out of curiosity.
No, darling, we have nothing like that. Now, we do have a couple of girls who are out on the street who hear some things or two between clients, and seeing as you are a friend of Silica's, I'm sure if you ask any girl working, she'd be more than happy to share what she knows.
I'll keep that in mind, and just sort of awkwardly nod, good day, and I'll just duck out.
You come back, darling, you look very tasty.
Yeah, and then, like, a moment later, pop back in to the high elf. I'll have some of that, if you don't mind.
Okay, he'll go, "All right, my man," and he will just lift up the pipe and just, whoop.
I will partake.
You partake. So you puff this pipe, and your
inner eye opens.
So Torval, you are expecting to go on a weird journey much like you did before. Yet, for some reason, you find yourself back on a farmstead.
Oh no.
Bad trip.
And you're looking around, and you see that things are relatively kind of damaged. There's kind of ruined architecture. The cabin's not looking so hot. The fence that was being built is completely destroyed, and things are just torn up. And you see, in front of the cabin with the door closed, is that man, Frederick. And he's sitting there in front of the cabin door, holding his chest, wheezing as blood is seeping out through his fingers in the slits that he can't use to cover his hands. And in front of him is a figure wearing a robe, all white. And they're bending down to Frederick. And do you get closer? Do you stay at your distance?
I'd like to see if I can get a good look at the robed person's face, if possible.
Okay. You try, and the best thing that you can get from the way their robe is, because they're wearing a veil, is you see kind of like darkened purplish skin. And you hear the two of them talk, and the figure in the robe says, "Frederick, your naivety, it is sadly your undoing. You knew far too well this was going to happen." And you'll hear Frederick go, "Guess that makes me an idiot for trying, right? She is far too dangerous. You must seal her away for the betterment of everything. You know where she comes from. You know what she can do. You know what her purpose is. And what? You think that just because of somebody's origins, that automatically makes them a bad person?
Oh.
Well, in this case, I don't think there's much debating. And he just kind of looks around at all the damage. If she can do this at the age of 7, what do you think she'll be able to do at the age of 30, 100, 200? We don't know how long she's going to be alive. We don't know what havoc she can wreak on the world. I'm going to do it. I'm going to resurrect the Legion.
Oh.
And with that, the two of them sort of fade into dust and to nothingness. And you feel as though someone is watching you again.
Oh, no.
A feeling that you've had before.
No. Go, come on. Go.
Do you turn around?
Just sort of like, I try to wake myself, like slap myself awake a couple times, and then when that doesn't work, I just reluctantly turn around.
You turn around. You see the same cold-eyed woman as you did before. Same outfit. And she looks at you, not as upset or not as mad, but more intrigued this time.
I didn't.
And she'll
mean to.
And she'll say, "You've somehow managed to get here twice.
Look, I was.
That is interesting now, isn't it?"
I swear to you, I was just trying to get high. I did not mean to.
What a mood.
He will cackle and kind of laugh at you saying, "I was just trying to get high." And she will say to you, "Oh, I do look forward to seeing you again." And with that, you will come back on the floor of the one-winged crow.
Yeah, new question. Do you know where I can find a cleric that is not associated with the Church of the Fallen Spear?
The high elf will kind of turn his head to you as drool is coming out of his
I was
mouth.
calling to the ladies.
Yeah, you can look on the moon. That's his answer.
I'll keep that
The
in mind.
the dwarf that is on the stool at the front desk will say, "Oh well, there is an adventuring guild that is in the more populated side of town. They may have some packs there.
Alright,
I believe the outpost that they hail from is called the Ward, if I'm not mistaken."
Alright, I'll check it out. I think I need a clerical diagnosis.
You got demons.
You see, I took drugs and I saw this crazy shit. I need you to help me.
Alright, I'll start heading in that direction. You can cut away if you want.
All right. Gunyer and Lazuli, you
Yeah.
two head up to the gates of the Regent's Seaside Lodge, to which they are open to you without question, and you head in, and there you are. You're at the Regent's Seaside Palace. There's different people going about doing their business. There's a ship at the docks that's delivering some cargo, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna ask. I'll go up to one of the guards and ask if Anastra and Anestra are here.
The guard will say, she'll kind of look down at you. "Oh, yeah, they should be around. Their rooms are on opposite sides of the castle. Well, not really a castle, we call it that, but it's more of like a lodge, I guess. Anostra is over on that side, in that corner, and Anestra is over on that side, in that corner."
All right, which one do you want me to go see, Tyler?
Anostra.
Okay.
Don't worry, it took me a long time to remember that.
And that's the
That's
one
why,
that invited you, right?
No, Anostra's the one. Anostra's the peppy one that loves Lazuli and sweet things.
That's right, okay. And Anestra's the one who is a potential robophile.
Yeah.
Likely robophile.
All right.
I'm gonna
So-
go see him.
Okay, you head into the castle. You make your way through the doors without really any much difficulty, and you make your way to a one-doored triangular room. And the door is all white and coated in all different types of painted flowers.
That's cute. I wonder if I could get some of the people back home to do that to my door. I'm gonna knock.
Okay, you knock. And the door will crack open slightly, and you will hear, and it will open more, and you are immediately grabbed and pulled into the room. Along with it being closed. And she will hold you up by your waist and go, I didn't know you were coming to visit me. It's been a while.
Kind of a surprise, hi.
Oh, this is a surprise, isn't it? Don't you worry. And she's going to go over to kind of like an ice box, and she'll open it, and she will pull out an entire triple Dutch chocolate cake.
Oh my god.
And she will put it on a platter, walk it over to you, and sit it down and cut a slice and hand it to you. And she will say, so, what can I do for you, my little adorable munchkin?
My friend wanted me to ask some questions about your sister.
And so much as I'm doing right now, she's drinking something and... Why do you want to know about my sister?
Going to crack open the door just to check on to see if anything's wrong, Leslie.
I'm just sitting there holding cake like, nothing here is wrong.
I'm suddenly more afraid of Anestra than I am Anestra.
She'll kind of look at you expectantly, waiting for an answer.
She invited our friend Gunyar for tea.
The robot.
Yes.
And she will give you a snide, cat-like smile. Oh.
And he doesn't really know what he's doing, so... I don't know what I'm doing either. I don't know why he asked me to talk to you.
You admitted that it wasn't your idea to talk to her.
He's just going to sit there with her fist on her chin, smiling. And she will stand up and go over to a small box. And she will grab 2 rings out of it that are both blue. And she will put one of them on your pinky, on her pinky, and she will hand the other one to you and say, please give this to your robotic friend for me.
Oh no!
Do.
Inside check.
You'll see.
Inside check.
Oh yeah, you can do an insight check if you want.
Or like Arcana, see if I can hear what it is. I'll do insight.
I feel like Anastra may have a suppressed yandere side.
That's an 18.
All right. You think this is a ring of communication, and it allows whoever's wearing them to communicate mentally up to a certain amount of distance.
Leslie's gonna look up at her with the most, devilish smile.
Oh no.
Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
And she's just going to...
We're gonna friggin' Cyrano de Bergerac this.
Okay, I'll go give this to my friend, but I'm gonna eat the cake first. How have you been?
I've been fine, just kind of hanging out at the castle. Dad's been pretty busy with work and whatnot.
Did he tell you about the lady we fought? That we have, I think.
I'm sorry, Ethan just sent me a reference that none of you would get, but I think it's hilarious.
No!
But anyway, she'll say, I've been fine, Dad's been busy. A lot of things going around. He hasn't had much time for himself with all of the events going on in the city. You know.
Has he told you about the lady we fought the other day?
No, I don't believe he has. What about a lady?
She should be in prison right now, but this lady made this guy who's big. He had a bell on his head and a big weird contraption in the lighthouse by the docks.
No, and I don't. I have not heard of this. I don't typically hear many things.
He almost killed me.
Oh.
And my friend Torv.
Oh, and she's gonna pull you close and just kind of like rub your head and check you for injuries.
I'm probably still a little sore.
Right.
I would imagine. So she just kind of goes like, ow, ow. I'm okay now.
Oh, okay. Well, feel free to let us know if you need any help with anything.
But in the moment, there wasn't much to do, but the lady that made the dude we fought is in prison right by her house. We're probably going to come back and ask her some questions later if she doesn't.
I see. That is very concerning.
Keep your head about you. I don't know if she's going to pull anything weird.
Yes, of course. Thank you for letting me know. I will keep that abreast. When you are done, when your robotic friend is done with the ring, you can hold on to it, and you may wear it if you so choose to stay in contact with me.
Okay. I like that idea. We'll be like pen pals, but ring pals?
Well, I certainly believe that's a way to put it. Now, run along. I have some things to look into.
Okay.
Ta-ta. Try not to get too hurt.
I'll do my best. Oh, if at any point in the future you hear about an island blowing up, it wasn't me. And then she's just gonna close the door.
Interesting. And the door will close.
I'm gonna go up to Gunyear and be like, she wants you to put this ring on. She's gonna help.
Gunyear like goes down to where it picks up the ring. Won't fit on his fingers.
You can put it on your smallest finger.
Gunyear puts it on his pinky.
All right, you put this on your pinky, and you hear Anastra's voice in your head. Hello there, Gunyear, I believe your name was. Yes.
Correct.
What do you say?
That out loud, or does he just?
No, he can say it in his head.
Correct.
Okay, so you'll respond back in your head.
Yeah.
As you probably have already figured out, this is a ring that allows us to communicate. It sounds to me like my sister has invited you on, tea. Now,
she hears dial-up noises.
She will say, now, you've most likely come to the right place, because if anybody's going to know my sister the best, it would be me. And I will tell you that my sister is the opposite of me.
Acknowledged.
So
that is why I sought you out.
Don't worry. I'll be here to help. All right. So, Gunyear, if you would like, you may now go and see Anestra.
This is going to end so bad.
Leslie's going to follow along, but...
I'm waiting for Gunyear to ask her about Conquest of the Heart.
Oh, this is going to be funny. I'm actually going to laugh really hard if this works. All right, let's do this.
Now, before this initiates, back at the inn, Surak, what are you doing? Are you at the bar? Are you down below? Are you eating?
I'm just going to find a table out of the way, small enough that it's not taking up, space that other people could use, and I'm just gonna sit quietly and close my eyes.
Okay, so you're kind of like napping, resting.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
So as you are napping, resting, kind of closing your eyes, you hear somebody sit down in front of you. You open them. Sitting in front of you with a large pint, actually, in fact, 2 pints, is Thalos. And he's sitting down at the end, he's drinking the pint, and he slides the other one over to you and says, "Don't worry, I didn't poison it."
What do you want?
I don't really want anything at the moment. I'm just taking a breather. Well, actually, I think I might ask you a question because you seem to be involved in a lot of things. He's just gonna sit there and just. So, I had a run-in with an individual the other night. Kind of looked like me, but had an eye patch. Kind of a funny-looking hat. I don't know. Didn't know who he was. Wasn't very friendly. He started shooting at me before I even got a chance to talk to him. I just wanted to say, "Hey, what do you look like me? What are you doing here?" Didn't really get that chance. Had a lot of,
Oh my god.
crows, maybe ravens following him around.
Oh my god.
Not quite sure. Do you know anything about that?
Nope.
Fair enough. What?
Maybe about to die.
It just clicked. Oh my god.
What?
You're good. Keep going.
Okay. He'll say to you, "Well, I don't really know what's up with whoever this individual is. I'm going to call him an imposter because he looks like me, but he's not me, and I don't like him. He was going to." Well, he kept muttering something about the region. Like he kept saying it on repeat. Like he wouldn't shut up, when I was fighting him. So, I don't know.
You don't say.
Something about, I don't know. I think he said like maybe in the guy. Right then. Well, I've got big plans to try and figure out how to kill you. So I've got to go do that now. See you later. Let them all know I say hi. And he's going to awkwardly kind of walk upstairs.
Pray you don't see me again.
Oh, I'm crying.
What?
I don't want to.
She has a theory. I don't know how.
I don't want to pop the bubble.
Okay. You can send me it in private message.
All right, I'll do that.
I'm curious. So, Torval, where are you going right now?
Oh, I was gonna go try and find a cleric. I ideally not one associated with the church because obvious.
So you find your way to the Adventuring Guild in the populated district known as the Ward. But as you're noticing, as you're getting to this guild, you're seeing more and more crows.
No. I'm sorry. Look. I didn't mean it. It was self-defense.
And you see one of the crows is missing like a couple of feathers around the neck. And it's eyeing you angrily.
I'll fucking do it again. I'm not, but I'm like brandishing.
So, back with Harrow.
Hello.
Harrow, you've had a decent conversation with Horace at this point, and Horace has explained like, your family origins, your full name. He'll just say to you, it's very interesting to me that you survived. What have you been doing with yourself all this time? Where have you been? What have you done? How have you survived?
Well, I lived in this tower in a town, Prosperity. It's amazing. I love it there. And then I ran into these people, and I've been staying with them since. They're not the hobos I was talking about. We have an inn. We fought a lich. We fought like a skeleton dragon thing. We found a lot. We also found the lich again here.
But you're an adventurer, Bob.
That's a big word, but I think so.
That's amazing. Nobody in the Silver Feather family has ever been an adventurer. We've mostly been smiths and craftsmen. That's incredible.
I mean, you don't have gold feathers, so.
Yeah, I didn't even know I had a family.
We didn't know you were. I didn't know you were alive. I'll have to send a message immediately. And wow, that's really cool, Bob.
Where's the rest of our family?
Oh, they're scattered about. Most of them went their separate ways to start businesses, strike out on their own. I think one of our sisters still lives with Mom and Pop, I believe, but she's pretty young and maybe a little bit of a late bloomer.
Where are Mom and Pop?
He will give you a location that I have not made up yet. He'll give you a location. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
It's all good, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well,
It's called Aarakocra Lane.
Eric Crocker.
It's called Booze Waterfalls.
Booze Water.
Yeah.
The shiny utopia.
The shiny. Yep. Yeah.
How long has it been?
It's called El Dorado.
How old are you?
Like 10? I think 9?
10, 9. Well, he's gonna say it. I think it's been about 10 and 9 years, Bob. At least that's how long we think you've been dead. But you're not dead. You're alive.
Yeah, I'm hopeful I'm alive. I almost died once. Well, maybe more than once, but.
So what are you planning to do, Bod? What are you doing with yourself? Where are you planning to go?
Well, you know the regent and his daughter, the princesses, the daughters.
You know the regent? Oh, Bod, you get around.
Well, we escorted his daughters back home after someone tried an assassination thing at this party we were at.
The princesses of Crest?
This guy's very excitable.
You're a
Related to
My
Harrow.
house blew up. It was crazy.
You saved the princesses from an exploding mansion. That's incredible, Bod.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I had my friends, too.
You have adventuring friends?
Well, I wouldn't be able to fight a lich on my own.
We didn't do shit
I
to the
don't think Fred would have a hard time dealing with me.
Do you have a cool party name? Something that sends the evildoers in fright, knowing that Bartholomew is going to kick their butts.
Prosperity.
No.
No.
Huh. Well, you should come up with one. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you're right. We should come up with one.
Really tapping into his goblin mood. I love it.
Well, would you like to meet some of them?
You would let me meet your adventuring friends?
Well, I mean, we are brothers, aren't
Do
we?
anything more than the world to meet personal adventurers of one of my own family members? I would be delighted.
We're gonna start heading back. Well, I'm gonna start leading him back to the end. I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Also, I beat up the lady who took all your metal.
I'm
She just
sure you
died.
gave her a thrashing.
Oh, quite one, but she just wouldn't die. It was quite weird. I killed her 3 times.
So, back with Torval. Torval, you manage to kind of all the crows, and you go into this kind of outpost of the ward in the populated section. And you go in, you see some kind of novice adventurers coming and going, maybe a seasoned one every now and again. And you see a gnome kind of at a front desk on a swiveling seat, and he sees you and goes, yes, good sir, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a cleric.
Oh, yes, a cleric. We do have a cleric in right now. What would you like to see them for?
I think I'm cursed.
Ooh, that is very dreadful. Yes, I will get them right away, and he will jump off.
No fallen spear if you have any of those around here.
No, we don't work with them.
Okay,
we don't really have anybody who works with them either. Torval, I would like you to roll me an investigation check.
I'm good at those. I don't suppose it has anything to do with any of those creature types?
Nope.
All right, still very good. 22.
All right. You notice as the gnome walks back into the hallway and turns around, you notice the first door that he passed is cracked open, and you can see into it. And inside of it, you see a man with darkish purplish skin, and he is not wearing any clothing up here. All of his clothes are folded off on the side of the bed. And you see that he's being kind of looked at by another adventurer, seems to be kind of like, kind of looks like a cleric, maybe a paladin, you don't know, healer type. But the thing that you notice is that this man has a literal hole where his heart should be that you can see straight through.
Okay then.
Is there anything you would like to do?
I mean, he's in like another room, right?
Well, he's in a room where the door is cracked enough so you can see.
Right.
They appear to be talking, but you're not close enough to hear.
Can I just sort of move my position in the room I'm in, not to look like I'm trying to listen in, but getting close enough to just hear what's being said?
I will allow that. So you can move over and you can listen to the conversation. And you will hear, how long has it been since I've looked at you? Maybe, I want to say 20 years at this point. Didn't the Regent ban you from the city? Well, you know what they say. Old habits die hard, I guess. What are you even doing here, Nightingale? Thought you had business elsewhere. Well, terms have changed. Things are in motion. Some things I really don't want to have to happen. You looking to settle things with the Regent? I guess you could say that. He is a bit of a danger to everyone in the city, and I think it would do us all a benefit if he, wasn't in the realm of the living. You do realize that that's going to have catastrophic consequences for everyone who lives here. Yeah, and if he's still alive, it's going to have catastrophic consequences for the entire world. So, what are you going to choose? Because I know what I'm going to choose. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to make 2 more choices I'm not really fond of, because plan A, B, and C all need to be eliminated, or we're going to be fucked. All right, Nightingale, calm down. And that's what you hear out of the room.
Torval's deeply concerned.
And the gnome will come back, and he will say, the cleric will see you now.
All right.
Okay, you will head back to the room, passing the cracked open door, and you will go in, and cleric will step into the room. There'll be a little private room, and the cleric will say, "Yes, what can I do for you, my good sir?"
Yeah. Do you have any like stuff to deal with curses and shit right now?
Yes, I suppose I can assist you with that. I do know a spell that, could possibly assist you. And he's going to look you up and down and go, I don't quite see a curse on you, my good sir. I don't know what you would want me to do for you.
All right. So maybe you can tell me what the hell's happening to me. Okay. So there was this big old magic device, right? That did some glowy shit and like hit me with a big magic pulse. You following me so far?
Yes, I'm listening.
And when it happened, it gave me some sort of weird ass vision, and there was a person in the vision who could see me, which was pretty concerning. But I thought it was one and done. One vision, all good. I'm free and clear. Then
as you're talking, the cleric will kind of go wide-eyed for a tiny bit, go back to normal, and you will see them start slowly backing towards the door that they came in from.
Look, I mean, I didn't say anything about what that was, but I seen. But like I had another one recently, apropos of nothing. I was hoping I could get disconnected.
And you will hear from behind you, another one. What?
Oh, you weren't. That wasn't. Gotcha. I'll turn around.
So you will turn around and you will see the man that you were eavesdropping on, now fully clothed, wearing his hat and eye patch, with a crow on his shoulder. And he will look at you and go, "So, have you been the people that have been meddling around with what you don't understand? I applaud you for trying. Trust me, I truly do. But
look,
I'd make a strong recommendation that you might want to stay out of this."
I feel like I would be fine with that. I just don't like weird birds watching me, and I don't know what.
Oh, you mean my birds? And he's just gonna kind of. They see things, tell me things. They go around and they watch things for me. It's just a way to gather information. If you're not on my list, well, me, and my birds don't have much to talk about. By the way, one of them is pretty angry at you, but I'm sure she'll get over.
Who are you again?
Oh, me? Most people just call me Nightingale. First name is Salinger. Most people just call me Sal.
And what exactly is it that you do?
I clean up messes. And you will notice his eye patch, if you look closely, has a symbol on it. One that you are kind of familiar with. 2 swords and a snake wrapping around those swords.
Is that the Legion? Alright, well, it's lovely to meet you. I was trying to get this sort of condition taken care of. I don't know that I have any business with you in particular. So if you could let me get back to what I was doing, that'd be great.
He'll just look you up and down and go, "You don't have a condition." And he will reach into his coat, pull out a black book with gold bindings, and toss it at your feet. "You might find answers." And he will step and turn around. "Me and the Regent have a date."
Yeah, you're not the only one having a date over there. Just heads up.
And he will just kind of go, "Whatever," and he will leave.
Lots of action going on at the Regent's place.
Yeah, we have a play day, an actual day, and a questionable date.
Oh boy.
I'll pick up the book.
You pick up the book.
And
I would like you. Oh, do you open it? Do you look at it?
I'm not looking. I don't open it yet, but I do want to. I do want to just say to the. Is the cleric still around?
The cleric left.
Great. Yeah, in that case, I'll leave.
Okay, you will leave.
And I will not leave a tip. Because the service here sucks.
Service here sucks. Where are you going?
Orville, on the way back, ready to review on Yelp.
Yeah, I'm going back to the end.
Okay, go back to the end. Yep. All right.
Sucks.
So, Gunir, Leslie, I'm assuming the two of you head over to the other side of the lodge.
Yes.
Yes. All right, this is the moment of truth.
You get to the other side of the lodge, and you find another triangular room on the other side of the castle, and it is completely and entirely painted black.
Oh.
And if you get up close, you notice that it's different shades of black. But you wouldn't notice unless you got closer.
Nighttime camo. Smart.
Oof.
Nighttime.
What would you like to do?
This is Gungnir's turn, I guess, so he's just gonna go up and
Kung, 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 kung. And the door will open fully, and you will hear, well, there's only one robot person I know who would bang on a door like that. And she will look you up and down and go, hello, Gungnir. I see my familiar gave you the invite.
Gungnir's just gonna nod, acknowledge, or agreed. Yes.
Very good to see you. And she will step out in a black dress with white accents, and she will see you, Leslie, and go, oh, hello there. Perhaps you would like to go see my sister? Maybe play around the mansion?
I already visited her, but I'll go walk around. You two have fun.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk away.
And she will go back into the room, and she will come out with a picnic basket and a tea set. And she will go, well, let's be on our way. And she will take you out the front of the lodge to the side garden, where she will kind of lay out a blanket. She will put the basket down, put down the tea set, and she will start serving food. And she will look at you, Gungnir, and go, so, Mr. Robot, what do you like to do for fun?
Gungnir's gonna. Am I sitting down? Is it implied I'm sitting down already, or?
That's up to you. Do you want to sit down? Do you want to stand? Do you want to squat?
Gungnir will just look at her, look at the blanket, like her sitting on the blanket, and then mimic her and just sit down on the blanket.
Gungnir.
Yeah.
Give me a acrobatics check.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's not as bad as I thought. That's an 18. I actually have plus 2 acrobatics.
Okay. So you sit down pretty daintily, and you don't, make a giant thud upon hitting the ground. And she'll kind of look at you expectantly, waiting an answer. She wants to know, what do you do for fun?
All right. What would Gungnir's answer to be?
What would Gungnir's answer be?
That's a very good question. So Gungnir's gonna, look back on his past. I don't know how much time has passed. About a month of life. I'm assuming.
All right.
And he's just gonna say adventuring.
Oh, you like adventuring? Well, I suppose that does make sense. You are in a party of adventurers. Tell me, what are your friends like? How do you interact with them?
Jeez, I'm gonna have to go into insight on how Gungnir thinks about everybody. You did this on purpose. I apologize if I insult anyone in the next 5 minutes. All right. Surak is strong, level-headed, cares much for the child. Torval is paranoid, comes up with unlikely but plausible theories.
Plausible.
Plausible. Yeah, just Torval all the way down.
Sort of saying there's a chance.
Yeah, Gungnir calculates out like some of his theories, 0.0000001% chance. Lazuli. Anomaly of a child.
Yeah.
Child anomaly.
Child anomaly.
Anomaly.
Harrow.
She will just kind of look at you, nod, pour you some tea, and she'll say, "What are you expecting to get out of all of this? Do you have any plans? Are you looking to go somewhere with yourself? You're very peculiar for a robot such as yourself."
Flashbacks to his actual purpose.
You hear in your head, "Psst, tell her you like dark poetry."
Oh,
no.
I hear how you're whispering. Only he can hear her.
I was actually, I had an idea. Where was? Damn this headache. I'm literally thinking of absolutely nothing. My mind is blank. Let's. I'm just seeing judgmental eyes everywhere.
Come on, Gungnir, you can do it.
Just in Gungnir's head, dial up.
Tell her about the conquest of art.
I think I know what to say. How do I word it in Gung though? Because I just remembered that he I have it for some reason. I don't know why I did this, but I have a canonical that goes up to Klaus.
Okay.
So I want to say. He's just going to say. I'm waffling here. I don't know if I want to. You know, it's true. I'm going to commit to it. He's going to say he's I'm unsure. I'm keeping options open, but still learning about living.
Give me a charisma check with advantage.
That is a nat 20.
Oh boy. So you say
boys.
this,
He's in.
and with your own weird little robot way, you see Anestra's eyes look away from you as she's pouring some tea, and the cup's already full, and there's tea pouring out of the cup by now. She looks up herself and goes, well, that certainly is interesting. Tell me, do you have any hobbies? And you'll hear in your head again, tell her you like poetry.
He's gonna actually before actually I just realized something. Dark poetry. The Githyanki probably do the dark poetry.
Ask Heike. Oh god, you have two. I just realized you have two lifelines.
I know. That's what I was about to say. That when she would Nostral hear if I access high command.
No.
No.
No, because you have to willingly talk to her.
Okay. Gungnir's going to ask not ask what poetry is, but Gungnir's going to ask for specifications on dark poetry.
So, High Command will send you back. Love and conquest, war and death. Enemies fall at my behest. I will take over the entire land if only you would take my hand.
You actually wrote that? That's amazing.
You know what? Fuck it. Gungnir's gonna repeat that word.
Gungnir will repeat that word for word. Gungnir, give me a charisma check with advantage because High Command is helping you.
Also, I'm curious what High Command thinks what the hell he's doing. Like, they think he's infiltrating high society or something.
Oh my god.
Not a nat 20, but that was a 19 plus. I don't know if I actually get a charisma modifier.
I don't think
No, I don't. That's a 19.
All right. So you'll say that, and she'll go, oh, I see you're a fan of very interesting poetry. I didn't know we had that in common.
Oh my god.
Is there anything else that you like to do with your spare time?
Breaking down doors and saying remain calm.
My spare time.
Would you like to phone a friend?
You can at any moment.
Yeah, I'll phone a Nostra on this one.
Okay. She will say, you like to dance.
I like to dance.
But not just any type of dancing, snazzy dancing.
She's not wrong. He did snazzy dance. So yeah, Gungnir will say, he won't say he likes to dance. He will say he becoming fond of dancing.
All right. And she will go.
It is a new interest for him.
And she will go. Right. So, Back to the rest of you, heading to the tavern.
Actually working.
Torval and Harrow, you will both get to the Huntsman's Harvest at roughly the same time.
Oh, hey, Torval!
Hey.
This is my brother, Horace.
Oh.
And Horace is going to look at you, Torval, and go, "Is this the one that lit himself on fire?"
Have we been talking
Yeah!
about me?
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
And he'll come over to you and just kind of look you up and down and go, "Ow! So, how many monsters have you hunted? Have you stuck it to the black market? Have you taken the Legion down? Got them right at the throat?"
Of course, Sarah would have told them fucking everything.
He's my brother.
We're working on it.
Wow, that's so cool.
Amazing, I know.
They're absolutely related.
That's what I was going to say.
There's
there-
no question.
Oh god, there's two of them.
Oh god, there's 17 of them.
Torben
No.
doesn't know that yet.
Quinn, you said it wrong. This is getting out of hand. Now
Now there are two.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go in? I think Shrek should still be here.
Oh god.
Oh wait, Ethan's not here.
We'll wait for him. We'll wait for him to get back.
Alright.
So, lastly, what are you doing right now?
I'm just kind of wandering around the whole place.
Are you outside, inside?
Mostly inside.
Okay.
Just kind of like looking around, stopping at a garden, waving, looking at any like fancy art or whatever they have hanging up.
So, as you're walking kind of along the front of the lodge and you're kind of looking at the art, appreciating the interior, you hear a rumbling of what sounds like a gate being swiftly shut.
I'm gonna go investigate the noise. Like I'm gonna go look out a window or
You
something.
look out a window and you see that the front gate to the Seaside Lodge, which was open when you came in, is now being closed as guards are scrambling to get on top of it as they're bracing the door and they're adding, like bracers to it, and they're getting bows and crossbows. And
Wait, they're trying to keep it shut, or are they trying to keep it open?
They're trying to keep it shut. They rapidly close it and now they're bracing it.
I'm gonna look around for any guards that may be like inside.
You see a couple of guards rushing, and as the guards are rushing, you notice the Regent coming down the hallway with his hands stuffed in his pockets, doing kind of an angryish speed walk, mumbling to himself.
I know who came. I know who's here.
Mister?
He's
What's
gonna
going on?
He's going to notice you and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you. You were with the adventurers that rescued my daughters. There's a pest I need to get rid of. Stay here. You'll probably be safe."
Someone's gonna get murdered.
And he will follow the guards.
That's a pun, Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this, but I'm gonna kind of try and stay like out of sight. So I might like follow outside.
Okay.
But
so you will
at
follow
a distance, and if there's any bushes or something, I'm gonna climb into them and just watch.
So for the rest of you, Surak, Gunir, and not Gunir, my bad. Fucking names. Harrow and Torval and Surak, you guys, Harrow and Torval, you're out front of the tavern with Horace, who is googly eyeing over your exploits and adventures. Surak is inside. You both hear a bell going off at the Seaside Lodge. It's very clear that it's coming from where the region is.
Horace, what does that mean?
Wedding
Oh,
bell.
that's the two arms bell. Typically, it rings in a location where a bunch of guards are meant to come to arms. So, yes, that.
Oh! Torval, let's go get Surak.
Alright.
And then, yeah, I guess we just go in.
Okay, are you guys going into the tavern to get Surak?
Yeah.
Okay. So Surak, Torval and Harrow come into the tavern to come and get you.
Hey! Found my brother! It's crazy! Some bells going off? Like,
Yeah, apparently everyone's family is in here for some reason.
Noises, said robot noises.
if there's something important going on at the Regents, and we left that lady there, maybe we should go check in.
Not to mention Gunyer and Lazuli are there, and it's just the two of them.
Surak's just gonna quietly stand up and walk out.
Okay. Are you heading off in the direction of the bill? Okay. So I'm assuming the two of you follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to Horace and quickly be like, hey, sounds like there's something important happening. I don't know if it would be safe for you to come with. I'll come back and find you and introduce you to the rest of my friends when we're done checking on this, okay?
Horace will go, yeah, I'll catch you around, but man, you guys are so cool, and he's gonna fly off towards the smithy. And as you guys are heading to the palace, so from the inside, Lazuli, Gunir, and Anestra, you all notice that something is going on and something is definitely not right here. From the outside, Surak, Torval, and Harrow, you all approach from the outside gate. And you see on the buildings around a bunch of crows watching all of this happen. And there is one man standing in the street with his hat kind of tipped below his brim. Torval, you recognize him. And one of the guards from the top of the wall yells down, by order of the Regent, you are not permitted to be in the city of Crest. You were banned. Leave or you will be executed immediately.
This won't end well.
Say again, Quinn?
I just under my breath, this is not going to end well.
And you hear from him, that's funny because I seriously doubt any of you can kill me. Trust me, I tried, it doesn't work. I have business with the Regent, so if you could get his purty ass out here and let me deal with what I gotta deal with, I'll be on my way. The Regent does not wish to deal with you. Well, then I think I'm going to have to disagree. And he's going to reach on his back and pull out a short bow, to which he will then string an arrow and point it at the gate. Final warning to open up the gate.
What the hell's an arrow gonna do against a gate?
And you say that, and you see a bunch of kind of yellowish energy coil around his arm as it slowly coils and coils and coils until it gets to the arrow and starts coiling around the arrow till the arrowhead is shining bright like the sun. And he will let this arrow loose, and it will fly at a blistering speed into the gate and explode and make a hole in the gate. I'd say about maybe, I'd say about the size of a large mail truck. This is the whole size we're talking here. And with this, the gate will blow, guards will fly this and there, and he'll just go, Well, I warned you. And he'll put the bow away, and he will start walking towards the gate. From the inside.
Yeah, from the other side of this.
From the other side, the gate is blown apart as guards are flung inward, to which the regent, kind of stumbles and just curses under his breath. Leslie, you watch this. Gunyer, you get a pretty good view of it as some of the debris tinks off of you, protecting Anestra from the rubble.
All right. So Gungier's just gonna watch this, and then he's gonna stand up and draw his hammer.
And as you do, you see the man who was giving a message to the crow step through the hole in the gate. And he will start making his way across the lawn to the front of the seaside manor.
Oh, God.
What would you all like to do?
Gungier's just gonna say night. Remembering. He's just gonna say night.
And he will look at you and just he won't. He's making a brisk walk at this pace, but he'll say, "What do you want, robot?" Or should I say, warbot?
Gungier's actually gonna just tilt his head at that as the first person that acknowledges he's a warbot.
He didn't think there was a service bot.
Yeah, that's literally the first. If I remember correctly, that is literally the first time anyone has acknowledged he's a warbot that hasn't been Ball. Which he doesn't count.
Right. Alright.
I'm just gonna walk in and go past both of them and go for the door.
Go past.
I assume both him and the Regent are standing in the courtyard at this point.
The Regent opens the doors, so when you're coming in through the gate, you can see the Regent open the doors with a very angry look on his face.
Good for him.
All right.
He does not get it. He wants Leslie.
Okay. Torval, should we do anything here?
So he was talking about, I think, killing the Regent, but he seemed to think that the Regent has it coming, so I don't know really what to do here.
Okay, I'm going to charge at him. Good night and go.
Oh, God. Sounds like a good idea.
Harold, what would you like to do?
He said he's charging him.
I want to charge him.
Okay, you charge him.
I don't know.
So you go to charge at Nightingale, and he is going to snap his fingers, and all of the crows that are hanging out are going to take off, leap, and swarm you specifically.
Like 3 dump trucks taped together, specifically.
Oh!
No, man.
I tried to caw viciously.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, I don't even need to pull up my sheet.
Okay. Harrow, you will be taking 7 damage from all of these crows pecking, nipping, and clawing you as they swarm you in a horde.
Come on! I'll give you some feathers, just leave me alone!
Anything the rest of you would like to do?
Gunyer
Is the
standing.
Regent still at the door?
The Regent is still at the door. He is currently drawing 2 sabers from under his coat.
So,
I'm just gonna march up to him.
Okay, you march up to the Regent.
Where's the child?
The small one. He's just going to kind of look beyond the door and point.
I'm hiding.
Oh, you're hiding?
I was hiding, yeah.
Oh, okay, you know.
That's not to say. I don't think he'd know she's in the bushes.
Okay, so you're hiding in the bushes?
I was, yeah. I went outside to see.
And he will say,
keep an eye from there.
I saw her earlier. I have no idea. She's safe, I would assume. I told her to
Never
hide.
assume.
Now, I have unfortunate business to attend to.
Yes, you do. I'm just gonna grab him and just shove him outside and go inside.
You're not
And
hold on, I wanted to.
his niece?
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
okay, you do that.
Okay. Just do that. And I'm good to go.
Okay. So he's going to look around with his one good eye, and he's going to look at the region. I see Plan A, and he's going to look over at Gungnir and the whole picnic setup. Kind of squint with his good eye, like, all right, I see Plan B. Where's Plan C? And the region's going to go, my daughters have names. Yeah, that's nice. And he's going to draw his bow. Tell me, little old region. You still working with you-know-who? I shouldn't ask, of course you are. That's why I'm here to kill you.
Ooh. Am I there?
Yes, you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there too.
I think all of us are here.
You're all there.
Who's he talking about? Who are you talking about?
And Nightingale will just kind of smile, and while he's drawing his bow, kind of point with his thumb towards his eye patch.
Has anyone else seen that besides Torval?
Only Torval has seen it. So for those of you that can see it, you do notice the symbol.
So he left. Interesting.
Maybe I was in the wrong.
Nightingale left.
And as this whole situation is going down, you see up on top of the manor, for those of you that are outside, you see one Victor von Braun looking down on all of this. To which he says, Sal, to see you. Sal will look up. Oh, Victor? Still causing a mess for us, I see. You know it, Mama's boy. Well, we can't just have you interfering with what we're doing. So I'm gonna have to ask you. Nay, I'm going to tell you. Leave now, or you will suffer a fate worse than death. You think that scares me? I've been suffering a fate worse than death for 800 years.
We're just gonna keep letting it go.
Just gonna keep letting it go?
Mm-hmm.
So, from the blown up gate, you will see a woman kind of slowly saunter through, and she's wearing something kind of, I want to say she's wearing very fine furs and a very fine dress, and she has a ring on, like a very gaudy looking ring on every single finger as she strides through the gate. And she looks at all, she's like paying attention not to step on anybody, trying to avoid stepping on people. Oh, what a tacky, bodacious establishment. Tell me, Victor, did you really have to have me come out? I was having the most wonderful brunch with the most wonderful Chardonnay, and... Oh, these people again. You've told me about them many times, but I'm not terribly interested in dealing with them. Oh, Nightingale. How have the last 800 years been treating you? Terrible, I hope. Claudia?
Who the fuck this be?
Who the fuck this bitch?
Audio, apparently.
Nope. And Nightingale will look at who's outside right now. Is it just Torval and Harrow and Gungnir?
I'm outside.
Okay.
Outside, but unseen.
But I'm invisible.
He's going to look at. He's gonna look to who he can see, and he's gonna say, "Well, it seems like I'm at a disadvantage. So, I have a proposition. You all seem to like to meddle, and you all seem to not like these people. You want to help an old man out."
Conflicted.
On one hand, Black Weaver leads. On the other hand, he's trying to kill the region. So
but the Regis also with the Legion, apparently.
Yeah.
Am I still being swarmed by the crows?
They stopped at this point. They all dispersed and went back to flying around in a circle above the courtyard.
Oh. I don't think Hera's doing much. He's just kind of on the ground like, wait, what?
Oh, shoot.
Lasley doesn't know what to think, so I'm not gonna be the first one to make a move.
Okay.
Shoot.
Gungnir's just gonna glance back at the nest. Other than that,
You said Victor's here, right?
Yes, he is. He is on top of the roof.
Hera can see him?
Yes.
Alright, these two are too confusing. I don't know who we're supposed to fight with. You're a bad guy. I'm going after you. I'm flying right now.
You're flying right at Victor, okay? Anybody else?
Well, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, there's
What is happening
right now.
Is Anestra not doing anything?
She is going to stand up and she's going to look at you, Gungnir, and she's going to say, "I'm going to go find my sister, if that's all right with you."
That would probably be best. I am going to engage in favorite activity.
She will nod and she'll say, "Thank you for tea." And she will run off into the manor behind the regent.
Oh, what was it? Oh, what I was going to engage what he did for. That was what I was trying to remember what the first thing he said was adventuring. I was doing a callback. Anyway, oh wait, what the hell am I doing? Gungnir's gonna use the ring that's on his finger that has a direct line to Astra and tell her what's going on.
Okay. You tell her what's going on, and she'll say that's awful. You should help my dad. Like, who is this guy?
Oh.
Gungnir is in a very precarious situation right now, but
we all are.
Yeah.
Except for Harrow.
Except for Harrow.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Gungnir, in a very uncharacteristic of Gungnir, is going to look at Harrow doing hair and just actually sigh without actually, breathing.
Okay.
Just like, Harrow. Harrow. Just as a clarification, because I'm starting to forget all these names. The guy on the roof, he's Black Bean guy.
Yes, Victor von Braun is the guy that shoots laser beams out of his fingers.
He's the guy who outmonked me.
Yes, the guy who outmonked Harrow.
He will get
The lady in the nice outfit named Claudia, you have not met her before, and Nightingale will know of him.
I mean, I know of him, and he thinks and he knows I'm a war, which is always nice.
Yep.
Yeah, really, the only one we have beef with is Victor.
We also just found out the Regent is apparently involved with all this Black Weaver shit, so...
We also don't, well, it's supposed to be...
Regent is bad. Therefore, we probably should fight him, but also, like...
Conflicting morals.
Daughters? Yes, it's all, ooh.
Harrow took the easy way out.
Harrow has the easy decision.
Conflicting.
Harrow has the very easy decision of this guy. I fucking hate this guy. I'd fight him any day.
You'll fuck this guy.
Whereas the rest of us are like, shit.
Well, if you like, we can cut it here, and it can give you guys time to think about what you want to do.
Torval, while this is going on, in lieu of something better to do, Torval's going to open the book and start flipping through.
Okay, Torval, I would like you to roll me a D100.
Oh god.
Those are never good.
I'm going to be optimistic and choose to assume he's just seeing what page I end up on. Oh my god, really?
What did you get?
I got the most legendary outcome.
You got 100?
No.
69?
Yes.
Oh, 69.
God damn it.
Did you get 69?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open the book and you start going through it, and you're like, it's blank. There's nothing in here. It's blank. Why the fuck did that guy give this to me? And as you keep going back and forth and flipping through the pages and you look up from the book and you see that you're on a farmstead again.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
And the farmstead now is in tatters. The farmstead house is burned. It's falling apart. Everything is just ruined. And there is no one in sight. And the only thing you see sitting out front on a chair is that same woman that you've seen the last 2 times you've been here.
I'll just say, I'll just clear my throat and say, I think we need to talk.
Oh, you want to speak with me? And she'll give you a very suspicious, unnerving smile. And she'll say, why would you want to talk to me? I do believe we've met once before, in person.
I'll just, for now, say nothing and approach.
Okay, you approach.
Admittedly, I was thinking this would be a good point to cut off unless you want to have this conversation now.
Oh, no, that's fine. We can. This will be where we'll wrap up. So.
I figured that I thought that felt like a good cliffhanger.
All right, that's fine. We'll cut it here.
I'd like clarification for the rest of us. Does Torvald just disappear, or does he just fall?
No. You just see him going back. He has the book open and he's just staring at it.
These edibles ain't shit.
Edibles ain't shit. Eats cheese wrong.
Alrighty then. That's where we'll cut it, ladies and gents.
Okie dokie.
See y'all next week.
We learned a lot today. We learned the Regent might be part of the Black Weaver Legion.
Definitely is. At this point, that's
I already suspected that.
Yeah, I kind of did too, but hoping not. Just to avoid this situation exactly.
I kind of just knew it was inevitable.
What else we learned? We learned that Harrow had a brother. Name's not actually Harrow.
And has 15 other brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah. And we also learned that apparently Gungnir has the voice of the gods. Because holy shit.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I almost died when I saw. I literally rolled it the first time. The first roll, we said I had advantage. It was a natural.
Honestly, though, fitting.
Yeah.
I wonder if Gungnir's gonna have to ask High Command for certain modifications.
Gungnir just gonna take a list like what he needs, like send it to High Command. High Command gets the. What the fuck is he doing?
Yes.
Why do you need a vibrating instrument? I don't understand.
Yeah, why do you need a vibrating instrument, and why does it need to be covered?
Oh god.
That's fucking terrible.
I love that Horace is just gushing.